Hey guys, stick around. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We are finally back with some stage development here on this wonderful Monday, July 28th, 2025. I got a great stream for you. We're going to be remastering a stage my buddy Serato made. So stick around. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes. Alrighty everybody, let's go ahead and get started here. Give me 1 second to get my audio levels just right. So yeah, what is going on everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Roblox stage development streams. Yes, I know it has been a while since the last development stream. Please do not murder me for that. I've been streaming a lot of other stuff like Train Sim World 5 recently. You guys will remember Train Sim World 5 being one of my top games the last couple months. It still kind of is. It's just I'm kind of revisiting some other stuff. And one of the things here is a new little project for me and that is something from Serato. So Serato made a stage quite a while ago, actually, and I figured we would take the opportunity and kind of remaster it, because this one is actually quite a bit older than you may think. When we go inside, you'll see exactly how old it is based off like the audio that they're using. But here's a little tour of what he has going. Got like fire department stuff, vehicles and stuff. We're going to clear a lot of this stuff out because, as you guys can see, the part count here, not ideal. 30,000 parts. I definitely want to get that part count down to something a little bit more reasonable and try and keep it to something reasonable. Yeah. Hold on a second. All right. So yeah, let me give you a little bit of a tour of this little stage here. Little venue here. As you guys can see, there are actually quite a few police vehicles and stuff. Serato likes his police vehicles, so he put a bunch of these. You can see a couple of them. We're going to remove a lot of this stuff, like I said. Don't worry about that. Basically, we got a lot of officers here. They're helping with security, all this stuff. A lot of this stuff takes up a lot of part counts. Like, that thing takes up 1,000 parts. This takes up 200 parts. That's actually pretty good. 4 parts for all of that. Well, a lot of this stuff does take up quite a few parts. And this generator, we'll probably keep the generator. That's definitely going to be useful. There's this, that. A lot of these flight cases are going to be taking up a lot of the parts too. But a lot of the parts are also in here with the way Serato designed this stage. Like this table here, 900 parts for just a DJ table. Well, actually, I think that includes the CDJ set. Yes, that includes the DJ set. So the table by itself is 75 parts, but the DJ set takes up a good majority of those. I have some better DJ sets I can use that are not part heavy at all. Obviously here, we're going to have a lot of amplifiers and stuff. That's going to be taking up a lot of the part counts. There's some road cases on there. These LEDs do not take up much in terms of part count, but I definitely want to adjust those a little better. Sound system. These sound systems, they don't take up much parts, so they're pretty part light. However, what I might do is whoa. Access denied. What? What just happened? What just happened? Yeah, what? Okay, that is weird. No. Why? Hold on. Let me restart Roblox Studio because that just... I had to check the Roblox page to make sure the AI didn't get something and didn't catch on to something and ban me. But yeah. Let's try this again. Let's try this again, and hopefully we can get back into this. I might have to reset the whole game, actually. Yeah, what the hell just happened there? Why is it not working? Did somebody get access to my account somehow? That is weird. Let me restart Studio one more time. Okay, so it says... Oh, alright, let's update Studio real quick. Maybe that's why it kicked me out. Maybe it kicked me out because Roblox Studio needs an update. That was extremely weird what happened there. Let me try a different stage. Let me try going to my 10th stage real quick and make sure that's working. Because my internet is working. I wonder if Roblox... Let me check the Roblox status, because I think something's... Active incident. Dev forum is currently not accessible. Issues with access and saving settings. Yep. Oh yeah, that was July 8th. Active incident. Oh, that's network issues. Okay, so... I think Roblox just bugged for a second. Let me try opening up this place again. And see if that works. I might have to delete the place and then reset it because... Oh wait, no, never mind, we're good. There we go, we're back here. Okay, so I have no idea what just happened there. I think Roblox servers just derped out for a second. But anyways, back to what we were doing before. I was giving you guys a tour. So obviously the stage stuff in here is definitely going to be... We definitely have optimization to do here. There's a lot of high part count stuff in here. Like this right here. Oh, this is where a lot of the parts are coming from right here. That's 10,000 parts right away. Delete. There we go. We're starting to get the part count done. So, with that said, let's start getting some of these parts cleared out. I'm going to remove a bunch of these people. I don't care about these camera models. How much parts are these? Yeah, let me get my camera light. And actually, I need to adjust the lighting anyways. There we go, two. It makes it extremely bright out here, but that's... Let's go. Actually, while we're here... Yeah, all of these... Yeah, all of that stuff right there is taking up a lot of part count there. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to delete all of those road cases as well. I'm basically just removing anything that's non-essential. That means including all of this police stuff. Because I want to get this stage down to something. What I basically want to do here is I want to get this down to the entire venue. To just the venue by itself. Because I know for a fact the venue is going to be... I will keep the police stuff here. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to remove a lot of the police stuff. Because honestly, they're just useless parts here. Oh, let me remove that vest here too. There are some... stuff out there, so I might remove those. Oh yeah, I gotta remove that. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's some more heavy part count stuff. These speakers, I may as well remove those speakers as well because those are going to be Park count as well. Here, wait. Let me take all of those. Oh, Serato has all of these frickin' panels. W lights, remove those. Obviously, we're going to use flux in here, but I just want to clear out a lot of this stuff as much as possible, including all this truss, because I do want to get a different truss setup going in here. I'll keep that. Actually, no, I'm going to remove that. I'm basically going to start with square one. Yeah, I basically... oh god, wait. I basically want to start with square one on this stage. Audio included. I do like this venue. Serato actually... I don't know if he made this venue himself. I'm going to remove these LEDs. Yeah, I'm going to remove those. Let me remove this guy too. And then let me remove all these panels, because I'm going to replace these with flux panels. What are these? Those are spotlights. Panel 1. Okay, I'm probably going to want to keep those because those are house lights. Well, what are all of these? I don't know what those are, but so I'm going to just remove them. Yeah, I'm going to remove those. It's not like they're going to be really helpful to the stage experience anyway. Here we go. There we go. 400, another 400 parts gone. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna here. I'm actually going to move these stairs over here because there is a chance I may use these stairs a little bit later. Yeah, there's a chance I may use those stairs in the future. But yeah, we're basically starting from scratch here. This is a really good spot. Oh, yes, I'm going to remove these. I'm going to remove these clamps. In fact, I may as well remove the clamps and the truss as well, because I'm definitely going to want to use some of my own truss in here. Because I have much better trussing that will work here. That will work for this style of stage. And I definitely am going to have U-truss. I am going to have the triangular trusses that will work better. But another option here is I can make a nice little, I can make a nice truss rig point for all of this stuff. Where did Serato even put this truss right here? What is this up here on the roof? What is that? Is this like just a giant roof piece? Yeah, that's basically what it is. But it covers up all of the trussing up there that they need. And plus, it'll probably be dark in here in the first place, so... And what I will do here... Let me grab these Shure antennas. I'm going to remove those as well to save a bit on part count. Yeah, there's that. So we took this little venue here down from 30,000 parts to 2,700 parts. That is certainly a good thing. And we can actually remove a little bit more of it if we remove these the audio rig, which I am actually going to do. Because what I am actually going to do is I'm going to put... I think what I'm going to do with the audio rig... I think I'm going to move the audio rig in just a tad bit. Because Serato put them all the way over here in these corners, which makes sense. They're more out of the way. But with the way I rig my audio, with the way I rig my audio, I want to rig it kind of... I want to rig it sort of like right here is the ideal place for me to rig my audio. So it's a little bit further back, but honestly, it's really not going to be much of a difference. So let's remove those and clear out a bunch of extra parts. Is there any else that's unnecessary? Oh, there's a couple camera cranes right up here. I probably will re-add these camera cranes later, but hey, we're making good progress, and I'm going to remove those as well. So yeah, we are now down to a 1,300 part venue. Yeah, let me remove those as well. Because I know I have a general idea of where I'm going to put everything. So we're basically back to... We are basically back to square one with this. And actually, I'm going to remove the barriers right there. After this, can you make Country Ball RP? I have no idea what that is. But anyways, we're basically back to square one with this venue, which is effectively what I want. Actually, and you know what? I'm going to keep this base just temporarily and remove everything else, because the base is going to kind of help me figure out where I want to do this. In fact, actually, let me bring in my audio pack here. Oh god. File Explorer just froze. Help. File Explorer just froze. Okay, here we go. I have a different File Explorer. Oh, here we go. Perfect, it worked. Alright. ROBLOX stage equipment. I need to go find Tactical Ducky stuff. TD Speaker Pack 2025. And then where did that spawn in at? Okay, I know there's definitely... So... Yeah, textures... Yeah, the textures aren't loading in because I don't have the right stuff in the material service. So let me go open from ROBLOX. And I need to go to one of my other games real quick and get the I need to go to my tent stage and get the stuff for I need to get the stuff for materials. Get the fabric. Okay, let me just look at one of these, because let me look at one of these just to see what I need. Oh, the fabric worked on some of these. So I just need to figure out what materials. I need to get on one of these. So that uses... Okay, so I need the fabric. I believe this is the right grainy plastic. Here. Here, hang on. Take those and see if it'll let me put them in the material service in this game. Because some of these work just fine. Like the KS28, so you guys can see what I was going for there with those KS28s. I think what I need to do is go get the materials. And then let me go to X-ray production. I think I put it in the staff folder. Yeah, here it is. Materials. So yeah, I need to get fabric and then the grainy plastic. Those are the two that I need to get all this stuff working. There we go. That's all I needed to get out of that. So that material variance pack can, you know, screw off. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, so first things first, we need to figure out what kind of audio rig. Now, I kind of want to do audio first, at least the main hangs. I at least want to figure out what I want to do for the main hangs, the main arrays. And I'm thinking for this kind of venue, the K2s. I'm thinking the K2s are going to be the best option. Yeah, I'm thinking the K2s are going to be the best option here. So, what I'm going to do... What I'm going to do here is I'm going to... First of all, let me ungroup this real quick. I'm going to remove that because... that is not going to be... that's not helpful at all. And then I believe I have a rig bar that will work. I thought I had a rig bar that would work for this. I think this is the one I normally use for... yeah, I think this is the one I normally use. Yeah, I think that's the one I normally use with the K2s. It just needs to be scaled down a bit. Yeah, this one I think I typically use for that. So let's set this to 0.8. No, how about 0.9? Wait, hold on. How about 0.95? 0.95. Oh, yes. Yes, that works perfectly. I mean, it's a bit big, but it works. That's all that matters. That's what matters here, is it all works. And I'm not trying to be 200% realistic with how the rigging works on this, because nobody's really going to be looking up at the stage and looking up at the rigging. But just in case, I'll do my best to make it look good. So I'm going to put a 5-degree rotation on this first array cabinet. And again, I know this isn't realistic to how they do it in real life. I'm just doing it this way just so that way it looks proper. I know they don't do it this way in real life. This just looks like it'll work. This will work really good, actually. I just want to see how the K2s would look. Because this venue isn't exactly the biggest one in the world. But I just want to see how this would look. So if I put the... yeah, actually the K2s... yeah, actually the K2s would work really good for that, actually. Yeah. Yeah, the K2s would work perfectly, actually. I just set it up like right there. I set it up right there, and then I'll just remove these front two rig planks. And then I just get the rig bars I normally use, and that will work perfectly, actually. So let me go get one of those rig bars from this other game. Because, yes, these rig bars are going to be extremely helpful. So let me go down here. Yeah, look at these are my favorite rig bars to use when I'm working on the stage, just because of the fact that they look so good. So yeah, now that we got that going, oh, actually, there's one thing I got to do. There we go. Let me make sure that looks good. Now, I know this probably shouldn't be the first thing I start with, but I'm just trying. I'm basically just trying a couple things here. I just want to see how the audio rig would look, say if I had it rigged up like right here. Or if I had it rigged up just a bit higher. But actually, first of all, let me get the... Here. First of all, let me just do this real quick. And then let me rotate that. Connect me. Can I just get the... Yeah, here we go, mesh part. There we go. That was kind of annoying me there for a bit. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to put this hook right up here, and I'm going to align the hook with the rig bar as best as I can. There we go. All right, now that that's done, I'm going to align this. I'm going to do my best to align this with that. And then, now that that's done, I'm going to duplicate this and put it back there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to align this. And then basically, I'm going to try centering this as best as I can with the actual stage itself, with the actual rigging point itself that I want to use. Which means moving it ever so slightly forward. Yeah, that's good enough. And then I'm going to raise these up just a bit. There we go. Yeah, that'll work perfectly, actually. That'll work a lot better than how Serato had it rigged before. Yeah, Serato, I'm not trying to diss on the way Serato rigged it before, but I like the way, I like rigging things up like this. So let me just do this then. Let me do local space. I mean, I could probably put some K1s in here and call it a day, but I think the K2s will work a lot better. I mean, it's not really that big of a space. That's the thing. That's the one thing you got to keep in mind with. It's not a big space at all. So you really don't need anything. I would say you don't need more than a K2 through here. Now I know Zach is probably going to come in here and he's going to be like, oh, but the K2s are basically, the K2s are smaller K1s. But he's going to probably be like, yeah, that's not how you rig it right. It's Roblox. Who's really going to care if it's rigged up properly? This is how I'm going to build the stage. And if people have a problem with how I'm building a stage and saying I'm saying I'm rigging stuff wrong, they are free. Sorry, I have a little bit of a stuffy nose here today. They are free to go build their stage however they want. But this is how I'm going to build the stage. Yeah, they are free to build their stage how they want. I'm free to build the stage how I want. Audio included. There we go. So that is an 8 cabinet. I'll probably put 10. Yeah, 10 of those should work. Yeah, I'll put 10 of these in. I'll put these bottom 2 on like a 5. Actually, let me try doing this. Let me do a 7.5. Let me do a 7.5 degree rotation on these ones. Yeah, 7.5 will work way better. Yeah, 7.5 degree will work perfectly for these ones. Well, didn't mean to do that. All right. All right. There we go. That's good enough. Yeah, let me check it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That array is perfect. 10 K2s. All right. I'm gonna close out of the other game because I don't need that other game anymore. Yeah, this works perfectly, actually. Yeah, those K2s. I mean, I could probably lower the arrays down a bit, or I'll do this. I'll just do this. I'll do this so I can do the exact opposite. Instead of lowering the arrays, I'll just rig them up even higher. I mean, like I said, yes, this is going to be overkill. But honestly, who really cares? Let me look at the back there and see how crazy that is. I mean, it's about as overkill as how Serato originally made his array. Yeah, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cabinet array. I mean, let me try something here. I'm gonna try something. Because maybe the 10 cabinet will work. Or I could do here. Let me try something real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here, what I'll do it like this. I'll do a 12 cabinet. But I'm gonna make it a bit different. So there's our 9. Yeah, there's our 9 cabinet, and then I'll duplicate it again. And I'll put our... And then the bottom 3 are going to be the ones that have the extreme curvature. Yeah. I'm effectively remaking the... I'm basically making a similar array to the Caterpillar's Garden stage at Beyond Wonderland back in 2022. Except they used... It looked like they used K3s for that stage, and I'm using K2s here. I mean, we really don't need that much power. We genuinely do not need this much power here. But do I really care? I don't really think I care enough. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That works. That works quite a bit better, actually. And then I'll probably put, like, the barrier kind of, like, right here. I'll probably put the barrier, like, right there, so that way there's plenty of room to have another audio setup. I'll group those together. And I'll group those. I'll raise the arrays up just a bit. Yeah, there we go. And then that top part. Oh yeah, the top part will easily reach back there. I mean... Here, hold on. Hold on a second. I'm kind of having second thoughts on how I rig this up. Maybe just a 9 cabinet array will work. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe just a 9 cabinet array will work fine on either side, to be honest. 'Cause, like I said, these K2s are pretty powerful. So I think I'll just do that. I'll just go with a 9 cabinet setup. Yeah, let me do that, and then let me put my local space. Yeah, there we go. There we go, that works. Yeah, 9 cabinet should work just fine, actually. And I'll just raise it up a little bit. I mean, what I could actually do, hold on. Here, let's do a 10 cabinet. I know I've been having trouble deciding what I want to do, but I think a 10 cabinet will work better. There's always the issue whenever I make a stage is I can't decide how many array cabinets to have, but I think, yeah, a 10 cabinet should work just fine. Yeah, 10 cabinet should work great for what I'm trying to go for here. I'll bring it down. Okay, local.
So I've come to the conclusion, just a rotten piece of fruit.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. 10 cabinet array. Yeah, that actually will work way better than what I was doing before. So yeah, we'll go with that.
See, I just want to be able to climb without a fall, to get out of this maze and run. Please strike me thunder. Let me
So yeah, 10 cabinet array. That will work. That will actually work way better. And then I'll actually curve it a little bit more as well, so I can have it a bit higher up. I'll put like, how about a 2.5 degree rotation on. Let me look and see how this... Oh yeah, that will work. That will work really good, actually. Yeah. Yeah, if you're sitting right here... Yeah, if you're sitting right there, like right up against the barrier, which will be right here, that bottom K2 is basically covering right at that exact spot, which works perfectly. Hey, what up, Tex-Mex? How you doing? Hope your Monday is going really good today. All right. Doing good. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I had this one stage. Serato had this one stage that he hadn't worked on in quite a while. So I figured I would take the opportunity to remaster it, bring it up to spec with all the tech that's coming out today. Yeah, my buddy Serato, he's been working on... He's had some projects in the works for a while. He hasn't really done much with them. He had me added to this one, and I was like, you know what? If he's not going to do something with it, I will. So that's exactly what I'm doing right here. Now, but the only problem here is I can't decide how I want this K2 array to look. I'm trying to decide between a 12 cabinet, a 10 cabinet, or a 9 cabinet. Right now I have it configured as a 10 cabinet with a, I believe this is a 5-degree curve on top of another 5-degree curve on it. So effectively this is all 10 degrees here. I'm thinking 10 to... This 10 cabinet array looks like it'll work just fine. Yeah, that actually looks like it'll be just fine. It'll reach the back just fine at the height that it's currently at. So I'll keep it the way it is right there. Yeah, I'll keep this the way that it's at right now. It looks like it'll work just fine, actually. There we go. So now let's duplicate that. We'll bring it over to this side. I'm not trying to be exact with working on this. As long as it's like at the point where it looks right, it works. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm not going to do the ground package just yet because I wanted to get the arrays in right here, so that way I had a general idea for how I wanted to do this. Because I'm removing this base, and I'm going to go open from ROBLOX again. I just realized I am actually going to need the 10th stage for something else. And then let me go to 10th stage. Oh yeah, these speakers, by the way, these are Tactile Ducky speakers. I've just X-Ray a while back. X-Ray gave me some materials to make the speakers look better, and I'm using those on these. So I gave it grainy plastic for like the actual look itself, and then the actual speaker grills, that's fabric MV. I gotta say, they make these speakers look so much better. I really like them. Yeah, I really like how these speakers look now. I've gone through and done a majority of the speakers in Tax Pack with all of the new materials, and I've got to say that it just looks so good. Even the arcs, which Tactical was having issues with, I was able to get those reskinned just fine, and they just work. They work just fine. They're perfect. Anyways, what I needed the 10th stage for was for this. But yeah, it just looks so good. I really like these speakers. And I like using them more as well. This whole array right here, 123 parts. In fact, they're actually more part friendly than the other array that was in here. Now, I believe when I brought this in, it automatically centered it, but I'm going to check and make sure. Yep, it auto-centered it. Perfect. Perfect. It did indeed auto-center. All right. Let's bring up Archimedes. I'll put it right there. Now, swap sides. I'm going to do that. We'll make a 4 out of it. And then I'll put 1, 2, 3 on either side. Oh, God. Swap sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I go back on this side. And then I go flip axis. No. Swap sides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then technically, if I wanted to, I could... Oh, my mom's texting me. My mom was texting me, asking me something about here. So now, the other question here. Do I want do I want to so now here's the thing here. So because these bottom arrays are actually filling quite close to the stage, like right here, I want to, well, actually, if I wanted to extend the range of these, I could do one of two things. I could either remove a bottom array off of a bottom cabinet out of each of these speakers, out of the arrays, or I can raise it up a little bit. I think I'm going to do the former and just remove... I'll remove these bottom... Oh. I'm going to remove the bottom one out of each of these. I'll remove the bottom speaker out of each of those. We'll roll with the 9 cabinet array on either side. That still should be more than enough. That still should be more than enough power for this. And then that will also give me that will also give me the opportunity to, oh god, to extend out the stage by one more. And then if I go Archimades and then do swap sides, yes. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Because, yeah, and then I can put the barriers. I could probably set up the barriers like right here. I hate installing a VM with a GPA. Hey, what up, King Ducks? Yeah, I figured I would bring back stage development here for a couple episodes here. I'm going to have a busy couple weeks here. I was actually just out of town over the weekend visiting relatives. I'm going back out of town to visit those same relatives this weekend. And then after this weekend, I'm coming back for a couple days, and then I got another event going on next week as well. So I figured, with knowing all of that is coming up, I'm gonna set up a I'm gonna be doing some more chill streams. Probably some more train sim as well. Probably tomorrow or Wednesday. And then obviously I probably want to do more stage development stuff as well. I think that would be the best option, is to keep doing some stage development and just do that as well. And you know what? While I'm here, I'll actually throw a couple K1s in here. I'll throw a couple KS28s down. I'll throw like... I'll do this. I'll just do this. I'll throw a couple K2. I'll throw some KS28s down. And then turn off collisions. Yeah, there we go. I'll throw some KS28s. Whoa, what the hell? I don't know what happened there, but okay. Okay, I'm a group those. And I'm gonna just set them up here. We don't need too many of these. I hate installing a VM with a GPU. Oh, yeah. You prioritize realism for mostly the sound system. I mean, I try to. I mean, I've only been to 2 different festivals, so I've gotten to see how they set up their audio systems. But I honestly do what I do best. I mean, yeah, I watch a lot of them on YouTube, but a lot of times on the streams, you really don't get a good idea for how they have their audio rigging set up on the streams, because they don't really show like a full up close shot about. I mean, I can see how the arrays are done, but when it comes like the ground package and the way they have their subwoofers, a lot of times they don't really show it. They don't show it long enough for you to really get a good idea for how it's set up effectively. And you know what? I'll throw a couple. I'll throw some right down there as well. There we go. I'll call that good. And then I'll put one more set right here. I mean, obviously it's not going to be perfect, but it'll be better than not having a sound system at all. There we go. Yeah, there we go. The 9, 18. So 20 subwoofers to go with the 9K, with the 18 K2s. That's effectively one sub. That's essentially, if I were to take two of those away, it would be one subwoofer per speaker. Which, honestly, that wouldn't really be a bad idea if I were to set it up. Here, hold on. Here. Let me try something real quick. Because another option I could try with sound. I really need to lock this because I am clicking on it with the lock tool. Lock. There. Because another option I have for the audio is I could do this. And then I could have the subwoofers set up in between. I could do this. I could have the subwoofers set up like I could probably set up the subwoofers like this. Like that. Would that look better or nah, I don't like that. I'll just do this. And then for center fills, I'm gonna do something that Zach showed me that real festivals do as well. And that would be I'm going to use I'll use the smaller one for this actually. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll see. Actually, wait. I'll put it right there, And then I'll put one right here. You're going to see what I'm doing here in just a moment. What? I thought I locked this. Why am I still able to click on it? Lock. So, I'm going to do something that, that Zach showed me. A lot of festivals do this. They take their ARC speakers. I think that's 10 degrees inward. No. How about 12 degrees? No. 13? Okay, we're getting there. How about 14? Okay, no, it's not 14. It might actually be 15, actually. Let me try 15. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say 15. I'm gonna say 15 is how it works on here. And then I'll put this to 7.5. Okay, and then local. And then I'll duplicate this. Hold on. I should probably move this as far forward as possible. And as far over to the right as possible to make room for more of these. There we go. Now let's rotate. This is how I saw them. This is how they set up the. This is sort of how they set up the arcs at Beyond Wonderland, because they had two arcs pretty much side by side like this. But they weren't. They were kind of close. Like, I don't think they were hanging off the edge. But I don't really have much of a choice when it comes to how to set these things up, unfortunately. I mean, 2 of those should work. I just wish there was like some smaller arcs. Let me see. Are there any other smaller arcs? Are there like I mean, my only other option here is to use these Kara 2s. Yeah, that's really my only other option here is to either use those Kara 2s or... Yeah. I think my only option here is to use those Kara 2s, unfortunately. Because I don't see any other way I could do this. I mean, here, I do kind of have an idea. I mean, I could just take the easy way out and just do this. I just take these three that are on a pallet and then just angle them. I put them on the side here. And then what I could do is I could just remove the pallet. Then then these three are still grouped together. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, here's an option. And then what I can do is just do this. I can just angle it until... I can just angle it at 30 degrees. I can just angle these at 30 degrees and basically just call it a day. Which honestly, I feel like that's a better choice than just trying to angle them out myself. So let's just do that. 30. Yeah, I think this will work. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That works. I want to get this one just right, though. There we go. Yeah, that's close enough. I'm going to scooch this one in just a bit. Yeah, that works. Yeah, there we go. And then even if you're like right here, you're still getting the sound because it's coming from these arcs. I mean, if I wanted to, if I absolutely wanted to, I could literally just center these. Which honestly, I feel like centering them might be a better option. So let's do that actually. We'll just center these. Yeah, we'll just center these, and I feel like that will work a lot better. And then duplicate those. Oh. I'll just move these until they get stuck, basically. They're both going to get stuck at basically the same spot anyway, so... Yeah, there we go. That will actually work better. Or, if I wanted to have them as far off to the side as possible, I could do this. Oh. I could do this. And then I can just rotate these a little bit more. Yeah. And I can just rotate these another like 15 degrees. And they would still cover. They would still cover the floor, the whole dance floor pretty much. And then I just move, and then all I do, I just move these 2 times. Yeah, and then if I do that, it looks like it's going to be underneath the actual thing. I think that would work better. What do you guys think? That would look a lot better, actually. Yeah, I think that will work a lot better, actually. So let me try that. And then let me do this. Go V. And let's rotate this by 15 degrees. Delete that. And move it in. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Because if you're looking at it from right there, it's gonna hit the center. You're gonna get that center fill sound. And even over there, you're still gonna get it too. So really, no portion of the stage is gonna be affected by the sound. And I might actually use the arcs for the boost monitor too. I don't know yet though. Because I still need to figure out a DJ booth for this. And we're certainly, because this venue is kind of like a smaller one, I don't think we're gonna need center fills. Or not center fills. I don't think we're gonna need delay towers at all. Just because it's like a smaller venue. Look at how big this venue is. With everything I removed, there's pretty much there's no way that there's not going to be enough here. I mean, I could just be basic and go for like typical Kara 2s and resize those, but I want to be a little bit different with this venue. Yeah, I want to be a little bit different. I want to be a bit different with this venue here today. So, what else do I have? So, all right, next thing's, so up next here, I need to figure out a DJ booth. So let me go to some of my other places here. Let me go to my other places here and see what I can do. How about that? I do have some other DJ booths that I could use. But I feel like that they're going to be a bit too big. Like, I have this guy. I have this guy right here. Oh. I have this one here, but I don't like using it. I don't like using it too much because it's too big of a booth. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like using this DJ booth right here. And for good reason, because look how big it is. Look how much room it takes up on the stage. Like, I know what some of you guys are going to say. It's like, oh, you could resize it. And well, yes, I could. And honestly, that really wouldn't be a bad idea to scale this booth down a bit. I feel like, I mean, the height of the stage is not going to be an issue. I don't see, there's not going to be any issues with like the height. The issue here is if I want to have some like ground tech on like the sides, maybe some LED panels of different sizes on the stage by the DJ. I want to get a different thing. I'm actually gonna get the CDJ set that I normally use. Cause I wonder if there was a way we can like carve out something. I'm gonna have to talk to Serato and see if this is possible, but I wonder if there's a way I can carve out the back here and make like a little backstage area. Carve out some of this and have that as like a backstage area. I don't know. But anyways. But regardless. Yeah, here we go. Here's this. I mean, there is technically room for me to resize this down a little bit, but yeah, there's definitely some room for me to resize this. Well, honestly, I feel like I could put some tech on like the sides of the DJ booth right up there. And there's plenty of room for the DJ to kind of walk up there as well. But here's the thing I want to try. I'm going to remove one of those, and then let me just scale. Let me just scale this down to like 0.8. Oh, that actually looks so much better. Yeah, and then it can be a little bit lower. Yeah, 0.8 looks a lot better. Yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah, that looks so much better, actually. Hey, let me try some. Let me go 0.75. Yeah, 0.75. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah, that looks a lot better, actually. Yeah, that looks a lot better, actually. And we really wouldn't need stairs because the DJs could just jump up onto the stage. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work perfectly. That'll work a lot better. And then, what do I want to do for, like, a DJ setup? I mean, I could probably just be lazy and go for my usual setup. Even though I just said I was going to try to be a bit different here. You know, I could probably just make my own booth setup. So I'm gonna duplicate that. I'll do that, and then I'll just take this, put it there. Oh. Group, and then let's rotate this. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. I might have to scale the model down a little bit. Let me get a dummy, actually. Let me just get an R6 dummy. And I'll just set him up like right here. Like right in the middle of the DJ booth. And then let me put him down like right there. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely needs to be scaled down a little bit. So let me put this down to like 0.8. .8, and then I'll move it in just... I'll move it in... I'll move it in like right there, and then there's still plenty of room for the DJ to move back there. Yeah, that'll work perfectly, actually. And then rotate. All right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That works perfectly. That will work really good. Yeah, that will work really good. Yeah, I don't see any smaller monitor wedges that I could use for that DJ booth. I mean, scaled down, this DJ booth doesn't look half bad, actually. But yeah, look at this. We have got plenty of plenty of rigging points for stuff as well. We're not restricted to rigging stuff where we need them. We're not really restricted in rigging stuff right where they need to go. Yeah, we're not really restricted where we rig stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that right there. I need to go get lunch. It's already 1 o'clock here, so. Well, it doesn't look like we did much. We got the main audio side of stuff sorted, so. And I know if I add Zach to this, he's gonna probably tell me that, hey, I gotta reverse those bottom subs, but well, I'll figure that out when it comes to it. But right now, I think this is a great start. We'll probably continue this tomorrow or Wednesday. I don't know when yet, but we will certainly keep an eye on that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this dev stream. It's good to be back doing some Roblox stage development. I may work on this a little bit later on today as well. But right now, I'm going to go chill out, play some games, probably go do some towing on Riverside, or I might go get on SAT-RP if it's Blaine County AOP up there too. But yeah. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day if I'm not streaming later on today.